I now call this meeting to order. Ms. Green, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Of course.
Recording in progress.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like to welcome Superintendent Robert Jokler, and Assistant Superintendent is not here. Jonathan Thompson, as well as members of the City Council and School Committee. Please be advised that FATV is conducting an audio and video recording of this meeting for public broadcast. I ask that anyone else in the audience who is recording this meeting to please identify themselves for the record now by standing and stating their name and address. Seeing none, at this time I ask that all electronic devices be placed into silent mode. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
I'm going to call Councilor Boschman. Present, thank you. Councilor Kuchar. Councilor Cragen. Here. Councilor Cruz.
Here.
Councilor Di Natale.
here.
Mayor Di Natale.
Here.
Councilor Fleming.
Here.
Councilor Green.
Here.
Mr. Aidan Hogan.
Here.
Dr. Maritza Knight.
Here.
Ms. Rosemary Reynolds. Councilor Schultz.
Here.
Councilor Squalia. Mr. Peter Stevens.
Here.
Councilor Van Hazinga.
Here.
Mr. James Walsh.
Here.
And Council President Zarella.
Here. I will now read the warrant for the joint convention. Following matters are on the agenda: to appoint 2 members of the Montechusett Regional Vocational Technical School District Committee to fill the expired seats for 4-year terms to expire January 2026, and to appoint 1 member of the Fitchburg School Committee to fill the vacancy created by a resignation, term to expire January 2024. May I have a vote to accept the rules of the convention?
So moved.
On that motion,
Yes.
I would like to make a motion to amend in that the rules as stated dictate that the balloting will be conducted according to Rule 3.16 of the Council. Rule 3.16 of the Council stipulates that if there is a tie in the ballots, the Council President will break the tie. But as I am not acting as chair of this joint convention, I feel it should actually be the chair, the mayor, who has the tiebreaker. So accordingly, I move to amend the rules as presented to us to replace council president with mayor in all appropriate locations.
Any discussion?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Yes, Mr. Walsh.
For clarification purposes, I spoke with the city clerk, and I think rule number 6 should be added: the vote required to fill vacancies on the Monty Tech School District Committee and the Fitchburg School Committee shall be by a majority vote of 9 members of both bodies combined. The city clerk said that the 9 votes are required to elect the person who will fill the vacancy on the Fitchburg School Committee, correct?
Correct.
Is that in the form of a motion?
I'm asking it that it be clarified so that we know that in order to fill the vacancy on the school committee, it also requires a 9-vote majority.
Yes. Yeah, I will, if the body is amenable, I will alter my motion to include also the addition of the term school committee to Rule 6.
Motion made. Do I hear a second? Yes.
Well, it's been seconded. Just a
Well,
question.
this is an amended.
Right. I'll second the amendment and just ask one clarifying question on it. With the presence of only 14 members, would that mean therefore that the number is 8?
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
This is just pertaining to if we had a
It
full
had
body
17.
of 17.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Seeing none, moving forward. I trust you've all reviewed the proposed rules of the convention. May I have a motion to accept the rules?
Motion made.
Motion made
Second.
and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, it is unanimous. Thank you. Madam Clerk, please read the names of the candidates to elect the Monty School District Committee seats and conduct the lottery to determine the order of their presentations. Candidates will have 3 minutes to make a presentation. Madam Clerk.
The following names have been entered for consideration for the Monty School District Committee seat: Robert H. Campbell, Michael T. Hurley, and Brian J. Walker. I will now conduct the lottery. So first to present will be Michael Hurley. Second will be Robert Campbell. And of course, third will be Brian Walker. So at this time, if Mr. Michael Hurley would like to come up and make his presentation,
Elect me at the podium or at the seat?
wherever's most comfortable.
It's up to you. I would prefer, from the rostrum, Mr. Hurley, if you would, please. Thank you.
Members of the Fitchburg School Committee and Fitchburg City Council, thank you for affording me the opportunity to address you this evening. My name is Michael Hurley, and I'm a candidate for the position on the Montezut Regional Vocational Technical School Committee. Monty Tech has been an influential part of my life for a great many years. I was a student in the early 70s and graduated as class president in 1974. I was a teacher at Monty Tech for 18 years before moving on to Worcester Technical High School, where I retired from teaching. I was a coach at Monty Tech for baseball and soccer. I was also a mentor for the U.S. First Robotics Competition and a class advisor. I have fond memories of polishing the brass letters on the plaque on the time capsule in front of the school. As a student, I spent 2 years at the old Fitchburg Vocational School. This experience allowed me to see vocational education rise from a small school with 4 trades to the vocational educational masterpiece we are so fortunate to experience today. As a teacher, I was able to take the skills I first learned at Monty Tech and share them with young people. This was perhaps one of the most enjoyable experiences I know. I also learned that teaching in a trade area where you spend more than 30 hours a week with the same students can be both challenging and fulfilling. I know that the vocational model we have in Massachusetts is a great one. It stays current by constantly updating its programs. Monty Tech is a leader in its vision to be modeled 21st century high school. This school has already been recognized for its efforts to revise Chapter 74 curriculum frameworks so that they meet this standard. If I am fortunate enough to become a member of the committee, I look forward to doing my best to represent the city of Fitchburg on the Monty Tech School Committee and work with the administration, teachers, and staff to provide an education to our students. Thank you. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Hurley.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Robert Campbell.
Wrong school committee made that, yeah. Good evening, Fitchburg City Council and Fitchburg School Committee members. My name is Robert Campbell, and I've been a resident of Fitchburg for 35 years. All my children attended Fitchburg School District, and I would like to thank Fitchburg School for doing a great job. I'm a retired educator with 34 years of experience in vocational, technical, and comprehensive high school, and I'm currently a green energy consultant. I'm here to seek your support for an open seat at Monty Tech School Committee. I know there are a lot of students that would like to attend Monty Tech, but due to Monty Tech's strict admissions guidelines, many of them cannot make it. As I stated before, we need to change this method and to make it fair for all students who really want to learn a good trade. I would like to continue working with the new appointed school superintendent at Monty Tech and to continue working with the Department of Education and continue to get a fair treatment for some of our students that want to attend Monty Tech. To all 4 members representing Fitchburg as the Monty Tech School Committee, we need to work together to ensure that our students are given equal opportunity to pursue their vocational technical education. So with everybody's help, and working together, we could really give an opportunity for students that really want to attend Monty Tech, that wants to be there rather than just taking the students as it is. So I'll just be brief and quick, and I want to say thank you and look for your support.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell.
Okay, Mr. Brian Walker.
Thank you. Honorable Mayor Di Natale, members of the City Council, and members of the school committee. My name is Brian Walker, and I'm here tonight requesting your consideration to be reappointed to the Monty Tech District School Committee. Vocational education has always been a passion of mine. My passion started when I first enrolled at Monty Tech and continued to grow through my high school years, where I studied the electrical vocation. The fundamentals that I learned within this vocation provided me a beneficial background in the pursuit of an electrical engineering degree from WPI. I'm very proud of my educational background, so much so that I wanted to help assure that students would have the same opportunities that were provided to me. Therefore, 16 years ago, I sought my first appointment to Monty Tech School Committee, a role that I've held ever since. Monty Tech serves as just one option for our students in the city in their pursuit of educational opportunities. Whether a student chooses Fitchburg Honors Academy, Fitchburg High School, Monty Tech, or one of the other options available to them, we all need to strive to make sure that the students have the best possible educational experience. As a product of vocational education myself, I see the value that vocational education can provide to the students of Fitchburg. As a committee member, I will continue to advocate for vocational education for all students, while continuing to raise the awareness and finally the support, the efforts to explore new ways to expand this opportunity within our community. I've historically been able to lean on my years of experience on the school committee to guide me through. The pandemic has showed that experience and knowledge need to constantly evolve. As an example, in many of the vocations, it is difficult to provide the necessary training as well as the exposure in the virtual environment. I am proud of the efforts and actions that the committee took to support a hybrid educational model from the onset of the pandemic. The pandemic also escalated the critical need and importance of social and emotional support for our students and their families. Monty Tech was able to support students and provide some normalcy during a very disruptive time for our students. During my tenure on the committee, I have served various roles, both at a subcommittee level as well as chairman of the full committee. I'm currently a member of the superintendent search, which we've recently appointed, a new superintendent, the finance as well as the workforce subcommittees. While on these subcommittees, I work with fellow committee members developing fiscally responsible annual budgets, aligning closely with state-mandated net school spending requirements. I also continue to foster and promote strong teamwork and collaboration within the committee. I respect that I am just one voice when it comes to the full committee, but I hope to use this voice to bring the group together and have a more significant impact. If reappointed to Monty Tech School Committee, I will continue to proudly serve on behalf of the city of Fitchburg, its residents, and most importantly, the students within our district. I appreciate your time and consideration for reappointment to the Monty Tech School Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. We will now vote to elect the first Monty Tech School District Committee seat for a four-year term to expire January 2026. This will be conducted by the ranked choice voting method per Council Rule 3.16. A ballot will now be distributed to each member. Please mark the ballot with your order of preference for all nominated. Once you have voted, please return your ballot to the clerk for tallying. Madam Clerk, please distribute the ballots.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Once I distribute the ballots, I have a station set up over here so I can tally them. So once you're done voting, if you wouldn't mind bringing them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Changed. I used to be over there, now I'm over here. I like it over here.
Gotta change your view every once I've been urged to ask if there are any questions regarding the process of ranked choice voting. Anyone with questions regarding this process?
Mr. Mayor, do you need names or just the number in the order that they appear?
I would prefer you'd write the name out.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Doctor. Yeah.
So how you been? Pretty good? I went to CBS. Now I get cramps in my stomach and everything. Into the toilet.
Just for the joint.
Did you get them?
It happens so infrequently.
I got them, during that, that's the fourth one. Yeah, but I'm gonna go get mine in the next couple of days. I'm going to the Dominican. Oh, okay. Dominican in 20 days, 28th. Oh, okay, yeah, that's good, so. I don't wanna get sick, I mean, to be on an airplane. Yeah, I get an N95. I don't usually wear it. I wear it if I get somewhere else. I do too. No, I keep one in my pocket all the time. I got a box in my office. I'm very, very careful. I don't want to catch it. Last year, Jamie. Yeah. See me, that's what I told my wife. I could take you sick. 2 years without a mask on. Put the mask on, never get sick. I take it off, I get sick over the weekend. They put the TV on, and just said joint meeting. I didn't have a chance to change it. I had to make out my taxes, then I had to go to a funeral. What, on this morning? Oh, Norman Bobby? No, I didn't. I went to Norman. Well, I think they will. I didn't know that guy that finished one. I know Norman. He used to talk to him all the time.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience while I tallied those votes. In the first round of voting, Robert Campbell received 11 votes, which is the majority, so he assumes the seat. Congratulations.
We will now have a roll call vote to confirm the report of the clerk. Madam Clerk, if you call the roll.
Counselor Green,
Yes.
Mr. Aidan Hogan,
Horgan, yes.
Dr. Maritza Knight,
Yes.
Counselor Schultz,
Yes.
Counselor Squalia,
Aye.
Mr. Peter Stevens.
Yes.
Counselor Van Hazinga,
Yes.
Mr. James Walsh.
Yes.
Council President Zarella,
Yes.
Counselor Boishman,
Yes.
Counselor Cragan,
Yes.
Counselor Cruz,
Yes.
Counselor Di Natale,
Yes.
Mayor Di Natale,
Yes.
and Counselor Fleming.
Yes.
That is unanimous.
Thank you. We will now vote to elect the second Monty Tech School District Committee seat for a 4-year term to expire January of 2026. Madam Clerk, please distribute the ballots.
Thank you.
You did a very good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you need?
These aren't right.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
These aren't right.
Sorry, we'll take those back. Okay.
That's okay.
It's all done. You may not.
No, 8 votes. There's 15. Eight's the, no.
The mayor vote?
Yeah. There's 6 school committee, 11 councilors, there's 17.
17 altogether.
Rosemary and Andrew are not here, so there's 15 people.
You don't have that one,
So
huh?
8 still stays, yeah.
Okay.
It's not What happened?
We've experienced a little technical difficulty here with the ballot. So I would ask that the members of the city council and school committee make a motion to do this by voice vote.
I'll motion it.
Second.
Motion made and seconded for a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Anyone in opposition? Seeing none? Madam Clerk?
Counselor Green,
Michael Hurley.
Mr. Aidan Horgan,
Michael Hurley.
Dr. Maritza Knight,
Michael Hurley.
Counselor Schultz,
Michael Hurley.
Mr. Peter Stevens,
Mike Hurley.
Counselor Van Hazinga,
Brian Walker.
Mr. James Walsh,
Brian Walker.
Council President Zarella,
Brian Walker.
Councilor Boishman,
Brian Walker.
Councilor Cragan,
Michael Hurley.
Councilor Cruz,
Mr. Brian Walker.
Councilor Di Natale,
Mike Hurley.
Mayor Di Natale,
Michael Hurley.
Councilor Fleming.
Michael Hurley.
Just give me a moment to tally, please.
Council
Oh, Counselor Squalia, my apologies.
Michael Hurley.
That's 9. It's 10.
It's 10.
Okay, vote is 10-5 for Mr. Hurley.
And now we'll take a roll call once again to confirm the report of the clerk. Madam Clerk.
Counselor Green,
Yes.
Mr. Aidan Horgan,
Yes.
Dr. Maritza Knight,
Yes.
Counselor Schultz,
Yes.
Counselor Squalia,
Aye.
Mr. Peter Stevens.
Yes.
Counselor Van Hazinga,
Yes.
Mr. James Walsh,
Yes.
Counselor President Zarella,
Yes.
Counselor Boishman,
Yes.
Counselor Cragan,
Yes.
Counselor Cruz,
Yes.
Counselor Di Natale,
Yes.
Mayor Di Natale,
Yes.
Counselor Fleming.
Yes.
That is unanimous.
Thank you. We'll now move on to the election of Fitchburg School Committee seat. Madam Clerk, please read the names of the candidates to elect the Fitchburg School Committee seats. Conduct a lottery to determine the order of their presentations. Candidates will have 3 minutes to make a presentation.
Thank you. The following names have been entered to fill the Fitchburg School Committee seat: Thomas C. Hughes, Mary Ellen Kelly, and Furqan Mahmoud. I will now conduct the order of presentations. First presentation is Mr. Furqan Mahmoud. Thank you. Then it'll be Mr. Thomas Hughes. And then finally, Miss Mary Ellen Kelly. So, Mr. Mahmoud, can you please? Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, and the school committee. 1,291, the votes that I received in the previous election, running for the position of school committee. Born and raised in Fitchburg, attended Goodrich, South Street, and then B.F. Brown. Had a very generous experience through the Fitchburg public school system, and then my son went through the Fitchburg school system, and I look forward to putting my daughter and my younger son through the system. After thinking hard of running for any office, I decided to run for a position that can make a difference in the lives of parents, students, teachers, and even administration. So that's why I took a step forward and elected to run a campaign for this very position. At the end, I did not get the outcome that I expected, but God is good, and He gave me another opportunity of trying to achieve that position. So today I stand before you and ask of you to give me an opportunity to finish what I started and to sit amongst you and serve and represent the Fitchburg Public Schools. I have served as a local youth leader and regional youth leader for my community and take pride in serving the beautiful people of Fitchburg. Thank you all, and I am honored for this very prestigious opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mahmoud.
Good evening. My name is Thomas Hughes, and I'm here tonight asking for your support to select me to serve on the school committee for the Fitchburg Public Schools. Currently, I'm a community advocate, a small business owner here in the city of Fitchburg. Previously, before my retirement, I worked as Director of Student Supplemental Services for Fitchburg Public Schools for 21 years. I worked closely with the Fitchburg Police Department as an attendance liaison at Fitchburg High School. My responsibilities included, but not limited to, including implementing various dropout prevention programs in the city of Fitchburg. When I started at Fitchburg High School, the dropout rate was almost at 10%. I'm proud to say when I retired, the dropout rate was below 4%. As Director of Student Supplemental Services, my responsibilities were to connect Fitchburg High seniors with internships throughout Central Mass, also help with housing and employment opportunities, and also connect them with community resources. Over the years, we've worked together during some of the toughest times in the city of Fitchburg. Mainly in the North Street neighborhood, we worked closely with Fitchburg State University when they was building the new rec center, and we met with the president and encouraged him to give the Fitchburg Public School students access to the building, and I promised him that if he gave them access, they would not destroy that building. And to this day, to my knowledge, there have not been any graffiti on that building. During my 21 years, I'm very proud to say we partnered with North Central Chamber of Commerce to introduce students to the manufacturing industry here in the city of Fitchburg. We started the internship program. We had over 50 seniors that were placed in internships around Central Mass. I worked together with Fitchburg State University and Mount Wachusett Community College, Fitchburg Public Schools, Fitchburg Police Department, Leominster Police Department, and Gardner Police Department to implement the Summer Up program that some of you may know that is still running today. And in a community partnership effort, we started the North Street Basketball Summer League during a time when the relationship between the college and the community was at its all-time lowest. And we started it on North Street and on the upper North Street basketball court, where over 300 children from the entire city of Fitchburg came to participate from all walks of life. I'm not here tonight to say I have all the answers, but what I can promise you is that I will be a team player. I will work tirelessly day and night to make sure that the students in Fitchburg get the representation that they so rightfully deserve. Thank you for this time.
Thank you, Mr. Hughes.
Hello. Thank you for allowing me to appear before you tonight as a candidate for the vacant Fitchburg School Committee position. I hopefully assume that you have had the opportunity to peruse my resume, which highlights both my educational area of studies and degrees, unique teaching experiences, and the educational leadership positions to which I was elected or appointed within those positions. Beginning when I was an elementary school student on summer break, spending countless hours playing school in my Italian grandfather's backyard under the grapevines. I always played the teacher, by the way. Teaching and education in general has been one of my life's greatest passions. I present that continued passion to you tonight with a deep interest in the mission of the Fitchburg School Board. The board's mission description includes the addition of a collaborative effort to ensure the effectiveness of learning experiences that are differentiated to meet a variety of student learning styles, needs, and interests. My teaching experiences have given me an amazing opportunity to know firsthand such diverse student populations as low-income minority students, including children of migrant farm workers in inner-city Dallas, and to my role with the Department of Defense overseas education activity in Germany, South Korea, and Japan. These students, as children of the U.S. military and contractors and host nation and other international personnel, represented the diversity of Asian, European, Middle Eastern, and African cultures, history, beliefs, and religions. I bring that experience before you this evening. These experiences will serve me well in establishing a collaborative relationship between the board, its stakeholders, and the community. I guarantee that I will work tirelessly for the board's educational mission of a strong communication structure to inform and engage both internal and external stakeholders in setting and achieving the goals of the district. Being a successful school board member begins, in my opinion, with a genuine commitment to striving for high-quality public education that supports the full development of all children. To that endeavor, I believe I will serve as an asset to the board with a great degree of integrity, competence, insight, dedication, and effectiveness. I know there is much I will need to learn, but I know I can depend on all of you for your support and your guidance and the knowledge that you have gained from your tenure as mayor, school superintendent, member of the school board, and city council. I look forward to that collaboration. Once again, I thank you for the opportunity to be before you this evening, and I present myself to you in this brief overview, my qualifications and insight into what I believe will make me a serious, viable candidate for the vacancy on the Fitchburg School Committee. Oh, one last notation. I am a little willingly ready to trade my Blue Devil heart for a Red Raider one, except for Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, no, that's required. No. Thank you, Ms. Kelly. We will now vote to elect the Fitchburg School Committee seat to fill a vacancy created by a resignation. Term to expire January 2024. As before, this will be conducted by the ranked choice voting method. Madam Clerk, please distribute the ballots. Well, if you have a majority, it doesn't go. What? We have now, we've been wrestling. Okay.
Baron of Gray Manor. Am I the count of 10?
These moments of silence, we're going to have to review and look at maybe a musical interlude with coffee and donuts in the future, maybe.
I'll do it.
Sold. You got a mic and everything.
Like intermission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll ask FATV to get a Jeopardy jingle.
Yeah, that's right.
on their
Jeopardy, that'd be
soundboard.
good. Yeah.
I was afraid it was going to be the buzzer, right? Yeah. Or the cane, right?
Was nice.
No, I need that.
You need that. Yeah.
Jeopardy. There was a lot like Jackson. There's a lot of people with the questions. They didn't see his sister, Bo Jackson. Busy all day. Funeral, taxes.
I think that lasted about a week. You know, the way she's describing it to me, she's talking about, she's like, I don't.
Minnesota, they hand tally all the registrars in our city.
She told me about it.
Find out efficient, just do it by hand. I think it is efficient. The computer is easy to manipulate.
I think they should have sent out a notice.
I don't know. I think it's a big city. It's probably like 6,000.
My phone doesn't, I don't know how to set it up. My phone doesn't work half the time.
Oh, I got a calendar like this, you know, and we put everything on.
I'm not organized.
Oh, my, what?
Because if you come back and say, we can't. Out of there. The concern is with.
And I know Mike wrote, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Can't.
Would it? Okay.
Yeah? I thought Mr. Topingi, I asked Mr. Topingi, he said he did an action town.
Having a meeting. Talk about fixing
Shut up. He says, when she applied for this job,
I agree, that could be changed.
theatrical.
Right.
130, 140. I'm just saying, to give.
Yeah.
That's blasphemy.
Okay, thank you everyone again for your patience while I tallied those results. In the first round of voting, Thomas Hughes received 8 votes. Per Council Rule 3.16, a candidate receiving the lowest number of first preference votes shall be eliminated for consideration, and all ballots listing that candidate first shall be recounted using the second preference instead to be counted as equal to the first preference vote. Using that methodology, Mary Ellen Kelly received the least number of votes and was eliminated. Using the second preference vote, Thomas Hughes received 1 additional vote, and adding this to the first round of 8, Thomas Hughes received the majority vote.
Madam Clerk, a roll call vote by the clerk to verify the report of the clerk. Madam Clerk.
Councilor Green.
Yes.
Mr. Aidan Hogan.
Yes.
Dr. Maritza Knight.
Yes.
Councilor Schultz.
Yes.
Councilor Squalia.
Aye.
Mr. Peter Stevens.
Yes.
Councilor Van Hazinga.
Yes.
Mr. James Walsh.
Yes.
Council President Zarella.
Yes.
Councilor Boschman.
Yes.
Councilor Cragan.
Yes.
And Councilor Cruz.
Yes.
Councilor Di Natale.
Yes.
Mayor Di Natale.
Yes.
And Councilor Fleming.
Yes.
That is unanimous.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The new Monty Tech and Fitchburg School Committee members will now be sworn in by the city clerk.
I'm going to have the Monty Tech members come up first, and then Tom, I'll have you.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned.